Hello and welcome to Primetime Watchmaking in the News. February being the shortest month of the year, well, this means, that we also have a bit less watchmaking news to share. Well, joke aside, but yes, in a certain way it is true, because February is indeed a month where there are a bit less product launches. You know, many brands coming out of the SIHH and the other ones getting prepared for Baselworld in just a few weeks. So it's really one of those in-between months on the watchmaking agenda. But don't worry, we have plenty of exciting stories to share with you nevertheless. So coming back quickly on Baselworld, well, naturally we'll be there for the full show starting on the 22nd of March, and of course you can count on us to bring you an extended coverage of this huge fair with the many cool novelties we hope. We've already heard about a few things, I must admit. And we'll also see if people come out of it as positive or, let's say, optimistic as for the SIHH. Actually, I think the level of expectation of the brands was so low for this SIHH. That's the main reason why, in general, I would say brands were pretty happy about it, which is cool, and some brands were more happy than others, of course. Talking about business, well, we recently got the official 2016 Swiss export figures, and business has declined by 10% compared to 2015 and actually reached the export levels of 2011. But the interesting fact is that 3/4 of this decrease is imputable to precious metal watches, meaning that steel versions seem to be holding on slightly better but still decreasing too. Again, I think that consumers are getting slightly wiser or more prudent, and sometimes when you see the hefty price difference between a gold and a steel version for the exact same watch, well, I understand that sometimes this gap can be difficult to explain for just a few grams of gold. Okay, it can be more complex to machine sometimes, but you get my point. I love gold, but not at any price, and this is part of the adaptation brands need to tackle. Doesn't mean no more gold watches, of course, but be more careful with their pricing. And in some additional business news, and we talked about this a few times, but now it's official and enacted, as there has been some changes at the helm of a few Richemont brands. The CEOs of Vacheron Constantin, Piaget and Jaeger-LeCoultre have all been invited to take some kind of early retirement, and I think the list will probably not stop there in the months to come. We will also see some changes within the team of all these brands of the Richemont portfolio, and I really hope that it's all for the better, but I have to admit that I'm a bit worried. A little bit, okay? I won't judge, just waiting to see where this is all going, and of course, wishing them well. On a totally different topic today, I'm not wearing anything new on my wrist, but I just wanted to share with you something quite interesting because it feels like new. I got my MB&F LM1 service, and I don't know if you remember, but on the original one I showed you in our new segment, Me, Myself and My Watches, the bezel had a satin finish. Well, since around 2 years, MB&F had decided that the LM watches look better, sharper with a polished bezel and lugs, and this is absolutely true. So same watch, slightly different finishing, different colored strap with this nice gray tone, and your watch looks completely different. Well, maybe not completely, but really stands out more. It has even more character. I really like it. So just a bit of personalization and a new life to your favorite timepiece. And talking about this new strap, well, I guess some of you noticed this in our new boutique video, because yes, we've finally done it and launched the watches.boutique on our website, watchestv.com. Yes! So we're starting nice and slow with a simple selection of watchmaking tools from Bergeon, and I use this perfect excuse to showcase a strap change you can perform with such tools. We will complement this as we go along with the addition of an extended selection of tools and other assortments, but very importantly, I don't want to bore you each time we have new items in this boutique, and this is the reason why we created a new YouTube channel called the Watches.Boutique. How original is that? So I naturally and clearly invite you to subscribe to this one if you want to be notified regarding these new products added in the boutique, with one descriptive video for each item or family of items, and naturally we'll try to propose you things that you wouldn't find easily elsewhere. But again, and this is sincerely super important, our main goal is to do what we love the most, meaning producing and sharing these videos about our passion for watchmaking. We still have plenty of ideas, there are still so many stories to tell, but a bit of extra resources could definitely help. So to summarize things, more or less one video per month with the selection of the hottest products. And if you want the detail, well then you know what to do, and just subscribe to this new channel, the Watches.Boutique, link to be found on this video. But in all honesty and exceptionally, we will air a few additional videos in the days to come, because we will introduce some other product categories beside tools, and I can already tell you that we have something pretty amazing coming up. I think you will really enjoy it. So talking about sharing an experience, well, I would just like to repeat or re-announce that we will produce season number 2 of our watchmaking road trip adventure, and if you want to know how you could participate and come watch tripping with us, well, I clearly invite you to watch the video dedicated to this, link at the end of this prime time. Can't wait to make this watch trip happen, and the new program of this new season will be full of new surprises, of course, new. Trust us to pull something really awesome, but God, if this first stage is going to be complicated for us, we've already received quite an important number of candidacies, and we're naturally expecting quite some more till the 31st of March, last delay for you. And since I didn't mention this in this previous video, please try to keep it up under 3 minutes. And regarding age restriction, well, you have to be over 18, and yes, girls will be privileged. So apart from that, you know, something I really love about watchmaking is that sometimes you'll meet people that will tell you, well, we've already seen it all, everything has already been done and invented. But no, there are still important innovations that are being developed today. With this continuous will to do better, which drives so many watchmakers out there, it's really fascinating and inspiring, and I know that I will be able to tell stories about this art I love so much for many years to come without repeating ourselves. Well, that's pretty cool, and I say this thinking of this new chronograph movement we presented a few days ago, and by the way, you are the only guys to have seen it live, like we presented it on this channel. So I can promise you that there will still be cool stories like this one to be unfolded in the future. So a few centuries old craft and still exciting stuff coming out. Very cool. I like it. And to wrap up this edition, well, you might know that we also have another channel where we publish product video pack shots, and I admit that we haven't really uploaded anything new for some time, unfortunately, just a lack of time. This one was called Luxury Watches Catalog, but to make things simpler, we will call it from now on, the Watches.catalog, and hopefully we'll be better at staying up to date with this one too. So one website, watchestv.com, with everything on it, and 3 YouTube channels, obviously the Watches.tv for our editorial video reports, the Watches.boutique for everything we sell, and the Watches.catalog for these clips with timepiece video pack shot. Sounds almost crazily organized, feels almost strange. So thanks for your time, and I can already promise you that March is going to be super intense both for you and for us. Plenty of exciting stories coming your way without even mentioning Baselworld. And that's the perfect excuse why I took my Swatch System 51 for a ride in South Africa for a crazy safari weekend with some very good friends and plenty of wild animals to be seen. This was also quite intense to go halfway around the globe during this last weekend, but that's about the time I have at my disposal to fully change ideas, be inspired for new ones, have some great moments, and charge up the battery to keep going like a madman. And additional to our new The Watches.boutique channel, don't forget to subscribe to our monthly content newsletter, and you can do so directly on our website, watchestv.com, to keep informed about everything that is coming out. So thanks for watching, thanks for sharing, all the best, see you soon.